Welcome back, students. After learning different terms related to the trading procedure, finally we have reached the trading procedure on a stock exchange. We learn this procedure step by step. So let's begin. See, earlier trading on a stock exchange was done through public outcry or auction system. But now the trading is executed through electronic trading system wherein the securities, that is shares, debentures, bonds, etc. are held and traded electronically and not in the form of paper certificates, which is referred to as demat or dematerialization of securities. Now we'll learn the trading procedure step by step. Let's see what are the different steps and then we'll do the detailing. So first step is selection of a broker, opening a demat account, selecting the securities to be bought or sold, placing the order, execution of the order and settlement. Let's learn these steps one by one and do the detailing. So first step is selection of a broker. I hope you all remember who is a broker. Broker is an intermediary between the seller and the purchaser. That is between the company and the customer and the investor. Broker is an intermediary. So trading is done through Security and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI registered brokers, who may be individuals, partnership firms or corporate bodies. As you are completely aware who is a broker, he is an intermediary between the buyer and the seller. Further, brokers enters into the agreement with the client for dealing in stock exchange on behalf of the client in return of commission or a brokerage. Client himself, that is the investor himself, cannot purchase the shares, debentures or bond. No securities can be purchased by the investor himself, by the person himself. He has to appoint the broker and then he'll have to select the broker who will be doing this transaction on the behalf of the investor. See, this is how the trading procedure is done. These are all brokers as flashed on the screen and they are all doing this trading system electronically through the internet system. Before placing an order to buy or sell the securities, an investor has to sign a broker-client agreement as well as client registration form. So, order cannot be placed without signing the broker client agreement and client registration form. These two are the compulsory documents to be signed. Now investor has to provide the following information, following details, which includes the following. First is the PAN number, which is compulsory, that is mandatory. Then date of birth and address, any certificate related to the proof of date of birth and the address. Then educational qualification and occupation, residential status of the person, whether person belongs to the same country or he is non-resident Indian or NRI, bank account details, depository account details, name of any other broker with whom registered, client code number in the client registration form. So these are all the important informations which are required to be provided by the client. Then second step is opening a demat account. Now you are completely aware what is a demat account. Similar to the bank account, demat account is dematerialized account in which the securities are transacted electronically. So this demat account is to be opened with the depository participant, that is DP, wherein securities are held electronically. So what was the first step? First step was the selection of a broker. Second step is opening the demat account so that the transactions could be done electronically. Now third step is which securities are to be dealt. Those securities which are to be transacted, such securities are selected. Investor consults with the broker. Since broker has to do entire task. So investor first consults with the broker for selection of the securities. It's important to select the time for trading to get the best advantage from trading, just because the basic aim is to multiply the money. So the best time where the advantage could be received to its maximum extent, that time is to be selected. Then comes the fourth step, that is placement of order. Once the securities which have to be transacted are selected, the next step is placement of order. Investor specifies the number of securities that he or she wants to buy or sell, giving clear instructions. The order confirmation slip is issued by the broker to the investor. So broker issues this order confirmation slip so that investor is sure that his order has been placed, his order has been demanded in the market. Then comes the execution of the order, how this order is executed. Broker connects online with the stock exchange and matches the shares with the best price available. When the shares are available at that price, the order gets executed at the exchange electronically, generating a unique order code number for that transaction. Now broker issues a trade confirmation slip to the investor. Previously he issued the order confirmation slip. Once the order has been executed, now he has issued the trade confirmation slip to the investor. He also issues the contract note to his clients within 24 hours of the execution of trade, mentioning the details of the shares bought or sold, price of trade, time of execution, brokerage, etc. That is, in this contract note, the entire detail of the execution is mentioned, the entire requirements as per the requirement of the investor, that is all mentioned in the contract note. Now I'll show you the specimen copy of the contract note, a format of a contract note, and what actually contract note is. As flashed on your screen on the in the pink color, this is a contract note. It's a legally enforceable document that helps in the settlement of disputes and claims between the investors and brokers, if any, since this contract note is containing the entire detail of the transaction. Now next step is the settlement. Settlement is the process where the payment is made by the purchasing broker to the exchange for purchase of the securities. Since the broker is purchasing, so he'll have to make the payment. And secondly, the share delivery is done by the broker who has made the corresponding sales of the securities. Now see students, as you are going through all this procedure, you are noticing, as flashed on your screen, two brokers are involved here. One broker is the purchaser and second broker is the seller. So settlement is done between these two brokers. See now, this is a purchasing broker and second one is the selling broker. They are the intermediaries between the companies who are issuing the shares, and secondly between the investors who are either purchasing or selling their shares. So this entire task is done by the help of intermediaries, and these intermediaries are the brokers. I hope you remember that the broker who is expecting a higher rise in the price is bull, and the broker who is expecting a fall in the price is the bear. So these are two brokers or the intermediaries. One is the purchasing broker, other is the selling broker. The settlement of the transaction is done through the rolling settlement cycle, which is done within 2 days, and that is why it's known as T+2 rolling system, because this trading procedure is done within 2 days. Trade plus 2 days. T+2 means that transaction done on a day known as a trade day will be settled by the exchange of money or securities on the second business day. Now the day on which the brokers of both seller and buyer submit securities and cash respectively to the stock exchange immediately succeeding the transaction day is known as pay-in day. This is the first day, pay-in day, and the day on which the stock exchange delivers the cash and securities to the brokers of both seller and buyer respectively on the second day of the transaction day is known as the payout day. That is why this is trade plus 2, T+2 rolling system. One is day pay-in day, second is payout day. And then within 24 hours of the payout day, the broker makes the payment to the investors of the amount received in case of shares sold or delivers shares bought in demat form, not in the form of paper. in dematerialized form. That is why it's important for a client to open the dematerialized account. So this is done in dematerialized form directly to the investor's demat account. See, you can see on the screen, these are few benefits which are received because of this electronic system. This ensures transparency. It allows all the participants to see the prices of all the securities while business is being transacted. That's why this ensures transparency. Secondly, it increases efficiency of information. Information on prices and capital market developments are depicted on computer screen. Everything is in front. Efficiency is there. It helps in fixing the prices of securities efficiently. So there is no chance of forgery or price rigging or manipulation of prices. No such chances, because everything is in front of all the brokers. It's in front of all the clients, and this increases the efficiency of information. Thirdly, it also increases the efficiency of operations because it further leads to saving of time, money, efforts, low cost, low risk. It brings about reduction in time, cost and error in execution of transactions. Also, it improves the liquidity of stock market. It allows a large number of investors from all over the country and even from abroad to trade in securities. Also, it helps in it's a single trading platform. It has brought all the trading centers across the country onto one trading platform. People don't have to go from one place to another place. This entire work is done. It's a screen based system, and it's all in electronic form. So I hope that you are clear with all the different important terms which are used in the trading procedure and the process of trading procedure. What you need to remember is, don't jumble any procedure. Entire procedure is done step by step, and you will have to follow the sequence of the procedure. I hope the trading procedure is clear to you. Thank you all.